What do you do if the path you want to take for your life and career is different than the path those around you, parents, advisors, professors want you to take? Well, I'm going to show you how to use the power of super mentors to unlock surprising outcomes that may be different than other people expect you to take, but are the path that you're most passionate about taking. I want you to meet Jack Riker. Jack was someone who came into college and was on a very standard path. His parents wanted him to go into finance, but deep down, Jack knew that was not the path for him. He was much more interested in pursuing a career in entertainment. Specifically, Jack wanted to become a stand-up comic. Now, how do you convince your parents that that's a good idea, especially when they're doing things like helping you pay for college, helping you have these direct paths? How do you convince them that a path that may be seen alternative or risky or crazy works? Well, this is where the power of super mentors can unlock a different outcome for you. Now, when I met Jack, he was a sophomore in college, and again, he was on the track to go into finance and work on Wall Street. But really what Jack wanted to do is work in comedy and entertainment. Now, the positive thing is Jack very quickly learned that the alumni base of Georgetown, where he was attending school, was filled with people who worked in entertainment. People like Bradley Cooper, people like Jack Mulaney, lots of these people who were out there doing things in the world of entertainment and comedy. So it wasn't an unusual path. It just wasn't a path that he was particularly aware of. And that's where the power of super mentors came in. When I met Jack, I told him that he should find a way to do a project that would help him understand comedy, help him understand what it meant to be funny. And Jack and I decided to work on a book together called How to Know That You're Funny. Now, the first step for Jack was actually trying to engage alumni. And Jack used the power of People Grove in order to reach out to lots and lots of people who happen to be in the world of entertainment, television, media, and comedy. And what was amazing about it is those people were happy to talk to him about their paths in these alternative careers, because quite frankly, they wanted to help other people who needed the same help that they might have needed before. And from those opportunities, Jack began to build a number of casual mentors. Many of them helped him with his book, but more importantly, most of them realized that they might be able to help Jack realize his dream. And that's where things got incredibly interesting for Jack. One of those people knew that Jack was interested in comedy and began to give him opportunities.
So the book in very many ways legitimized me doing comedy almost as a profession, which I never thought would actually be a thing. I always thought I'd go into marketing or something. But once I had this book, I all of a sudden had this confidence where it was like, oh, I could go and regularly do stand-up, or oh, I don't have an internship this summer, why don't I make my own almost. And so I went to New York. I spent the summer there doing stand-up, and I street performed every day, which was the most terrifying thing I've ever done, but it was also one of the most rewarding things.
One of those meant an opportunity to meet Hasan Minhaj. Now, Hassan is one of today's top comedians. In fact, he had a stint on The Daily Show and is the host of The Patriot Act. And when Hassan was in town, Jack got the opportunity to meet him. But he didn't just meet him. Jack brought Hassan a copy of his book, and he gave it to him. And Hassan was immediately impressed about this young guy who was interested in comedy, was pursuing something differently. So what did he do? Well, in that moment, he turned to Jack and asked him if he did stand-up comedy. And Jack responded, "I do." And Hassan then gave him the opportunity of a lifetime. "The next time I'm in town, I'd love for you to open for me." Now, fast forward a couple of years later, Hassan comes into town and invites Jack to open for him at the Kennedy Center. Now suddenly, Jack has created this incredible opportunity for himself. He's regularly performing stand-up, he's regularly now working in the industry, and Jack has opened up these opportunities. And all of it was because of the fact that he leveraged his mentors differently. Now again, it's not unusual that you may have a path for you that may seem different or risky or not necessarily as normal as the paths that oftentimes you see people pursue. That doesn't mean it's a bad path. It just means that you might need help to get there, and that's where the power of super mentors. In fact, what's crazy about it is Jack's parents got to see him perform, realizing now that this was his passion, and all of this was unlocked through the power of his super mentors. So if you have a path that might be a little different or might be as sort of unusual as Jack's in comedy might be, look at the power of involving people in that journey. For Jack, it meant beginning a book, it began a YouTube channel and a few other projects to invite people into it, and today he is now performing stand-up comedy regularly, and he's on his own path behind it. That's the power of super mentors. They can help you unlock these opportunities and particularly offer you guidance when the path might be a little bit uncertain or unclear. The key thing about super mentors is you have to aim high, ask small, and do it again and again until these opportunities present themselves. But don't worry about the fact that you may have a path that might be a little unusual or a little out of the ordinary. That's where the power of having those great Sherpas and guides, your super mentors, can help you unlock opportunities for your life. So aim high, ask small, and do it again and again until your opportunities emerge.